Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. To those of you who are new here, I'm Asheel and I'm back with another video. So today, as you can see behind me, we have, well, some items for decor purposes. I actually started filming a prep video. I was actually preparing for a client's birthday gathering that was supposed to have happened tomorrow. However, she decided last minute that she was going to change the date to a later date. So since I had stuff out already, I'm like, let's do a mock setup because I have been lacking content and I want to keep my page active, etc. So since I had some stuff out already, why not? So we're going to do some, I'm not even sure what I'm trying to do. I think I'm leaning towards a head table for bride and groom. Yeah, that sounds like what I want to do. So a sweetheart table for a bride and groom. I feel like since my backdrop drapes are already there, then why not? So it's literally just going to come out as I put things together. I don't have anything in mind, but I just want to show you how I would set up a bridal table. I don't have the appropriate chairs that I needed, so more than likely when I post it, I'm just going to edit it and act like there were chairs there. But in the meantime, I'm just going to use my table and yep. Okay, so as you would assume, majority of this video is going to be a montage because I can't really talk and prep at the same time. But I just, like I said, wanted to show you how a setup would go from start to finish. So pretty much time lapse, montage, all of the things. And I'm using this white scuba tablecloth that I got from CV Linen. And the reason I use scuba is because it is supposed to be wrinkle free. Obviously it's not 100% free of wrinkles, but it's definitely better than having like cotton or polyester material. So I'm going to use that. I don't think that I need to steam just because I'm going to have a table skirt as well. So I'm not going to steam because you really won't see the end of the cloth. So, but in other circumstances I would for sure. And it's huge. I think it's, I don't remember the dimensions, but I took the largest one because it's better to have it longer than shorter. So I'm folding it in half. And like I said, I'm not too worried about like evenness and all of that, just because I'm going to put the skirt around it. I don't like to see all the wrinkles at the top. Let me show you. So as you can see, it does have wrinkles, and of course it's because of packaging, but it does have some wrinkles on the top. So I'm going to get my steam iron just to iron this out, and we'll take it from there. And this is a white rod that I actually had gotten for the event this weekend, but we're gonna use it tonight. And it's, well, you see it, but I got this from Amazon. I'll show you what it looks like. So we're just waiting on the steam iron to heat up a bit. And this is what it looks like. It's huge.
Didn't happen like that. It took me a minute to notice it. It was holding me back. It's time to move on to bigger things. Can't live in the past. Moving on to future me. I wonder who she will be. I can't help but think that there is something more to find, more to life than what I have right here, right now. Used to call it stable, now I call it stuck. Letting go, yeah, that's tough, but maybe it's all for the better and it's meant to.
Okay, so our steaming is done, and I'm just gonna put the scoop. I think I actually got that on Temu as a free gift, actually. So we may have to, let me plug the steamer back, because we may have to steam.
It's gonna hurt at first, but then eventually it's gonna seem like it was always meant to be. It was always meant to be. Oh, I think it's meant to be. Scary at first when you change, but it's better than being stuck here in your ways. Comfortable, ain't that comfortable no more. Don't wanna go back to how it was before. I can't help but think that there is something more to find, more to life than what I have right here, right now. Used to call it stable, now I call it stuck. Letting go, yeah, that's tough, but maybe it's all for the better and it's meant to be. It's gonna hurt at first, but then eventually it's gonna seem like it was always meant to be. It was always meant to be. Thought that this was who I was, that I couldn't change that much. Didn't feel like I was strong, but I'm glad that I was wrong. Think I knew it all along. This would never be enough. Now I see that I've evolved, going after what I want. Thought that this was who I was, that I couldn't change that much. Didn't feel like I was strong, but I'm glad that I was wrong. Think I knew it all along. This would never be enough. Now I see that I've evolved, going after what I want.
Okay, so as you can see, this looks much better now that I pulled the cloth down to the ground. So this is much more appealing, easy on the eyes. And then we are going to work now, since the bottom of the table is done, we're going to work on the top. If I could only find my phone so I could make some reels while I do this. So we are going to put a rod over the table, an over the table rod, and this I got from Amazon as well. And we're more than likely going to put some flowers on the rod and suspend some lights from them. I don't know how that's gonna look. Like I said, we're winging it together, so let's see how that goes. And this is how the rod is. It has this screw that you obviously unscrew, and this is where it will fit at the groove of the table, and you just tighten once it is the groove of the table is in this one here.
See the love of going after what I want. Maybe it's all for the better and it's meant to be. It's gonna hurt at first, but then eventually it's gonna seem like it was always meant to be. It was always meant to be. Oh, maybe it's all for the better and it's meant to be. It's gonna hurt at first, but then eventually it's gonna seem like it was always meant to be. It was always meant to be. Oh, always meant to be. Oh, always meant to be. Oh.
Okay, so this is what our over the table rod looks like. And just for a closer view, right, so this is what it looks like. We feel like, yeah, it's fine. But yes, so it has these little bolts that our pieces go into and screw to tighten. So yes. And these are our flowers. If you follow me, you would have seen this from my let's see, proposal video. So these I made from scratch using pool noodles and flowers that I got from Temu or Shein. I can't really remember, but yes. So you're going to repurpose and see what we could get this to look like. Called the big guns because too short. I could probably get a ladder, but easier to have the hubby do it. I need your help.
Oh, that's you do
Huh?
Oh, that's you?
Yes.
That's you, man.
Pardon me? Okay, so I'm just going to fill some spaces that I'm seeing of the pool noodle. I'll just fill with some extra flowers, and we are going to go ahead and hang our lights. And what I'm doing is steaming our flowers so they can look a little more natural as opposed to synthetic. Our tea light holders, hanging tea light holders. So you will see how our light will go in here, and we're going to suspend it at different levels from here. So I'm trying to figure out if I should use twine so you can actually see the twine dangling down, or which I think I'm gonna go with the fishing line, because I'm not using real candles, so there shouldn't be an issue of my fishing line melting or anything from the heat. So I'll probably, just for some nicer, cleaner aesthetic, I'll use our fishing line. So you will see how we attach. Hang the tea lights first, and then for reinforcement put the panel over it so it stays in place, because it was kind of a task maneuvering through the flowers to get the string across it. So you live, you learn. Okay, y'all, so these are our tea light holders. I don't know if I want to do more than 6, which is what we have, how many we have here. So I'm going to put the tea lights in them and light them to see if they look even and balanced, or if I need some more. So let's see. And these tea lights were also from Amazon. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I feel like this area here can be a longer one. So I'm going to put one more. I think it's fine like this. So let's just add one.
I'm still not moving on. Time keeps slipping. All the best years are gone. Left me wishing that we were something more, something different. I guess I got it wrong. We worked our fingers to the bone, but I risked my case. Gave it all I've got. You're the one to blame. Calling me nine. That just makes you cruel. Trying to act so tough. Baby, I'm a fool for you.
Okay, y'all, so my battery died. So I went ahead and put my second flower panel as my like centerpiece on the table, and I also added my candelabras right here. I wanted to kind of use a vine like this and kind of wrap it around the legs of the candelabra, but I don't know if you're seeing it. Let me. So I also wanted to get like a panel like this to kind of wrap around the base of the candelabra, just because I feel like it looks a little bare. But tonight is not the night. If I was doing it for a client, I would have, but this is just for staging purposes, so it's gonna take too much time. But what I also feel like is this rod, but both of them, I feel like it's a little too bare. So what I'm going to do, and I don't like the fact that we're seeing these little screws all over the place, so I'm going to wrap some vine around the rod, kind of to tie it all in. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I am thinking of putting some vases with the cylindrical vases on, like about 3 on either side. Initially I was going to put them on the floor, but I would have preferred like the hurricane vases. The ones I have are shorter and they're not staggered, so they're like all the same height. So I was going to put some here, but I would prefer the taller ones. So because I don't have the tall ones, I'm going to put 3 on either side of the table here, and I'm going to just get the other candle, the candelabra for this side, and I think that will pretty much be it. Yeah, let's see how that goes. I'm thinking also of putting vine. What do y'all think? I'm thinking of putting some vine around the, remember I tell you what I was going to do with the panels, but I'm thinking I might be able to just do it with vine, but I don't know how I feel about it yet. Okay guys, what do you think about our vines? I feel like it looks cute. It adds a little definition because it was too plain. It was way too plain, and I don't want to add the clay because they're plastic and I'm gonna light these, so they're going to melt. So I'm gonna leave it bare, but I actually like the vines, so I'm gonna get the other candelabra and we are going to do the vases, and that will be pretty much it. Now I actually forgot I had those vines here that actually have flowers on them, so I'm thinking probably I should have tried these. I will try to the second candelabra and see which one I prefer. But yeah, I actually like this. We'll see how it looks. So much. The edge is really creeping up. The edge is creeping up. But I don't know how I feel about it, but obviously I have to fix it a little better, but it's not too bad at all. I feel like it looks better than this one. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. But I feel like it looks better. I just have to fix it and probably stick a couple more roses in there. But I feel like it looks a little better than this one. So I will go with this one. Okay, so these are the vases I was speaking about. I have two heights. So this is the taller of the two, which I feel like is not tall enough at the front of the table. So like I said, we're gonna put these on top the table at each end. So I'm gonna put three, one of this tall one and two of the small ones. And let me get water in them first.